ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stardom Review. I'm your co-host, Andre C. Right over here, the Italian princess herself, Melball. How you doing, Melball?
The Italian. It's only when I see Francesco Akira, mi amore. I am doing fantastic, Andre. I just got my new God's Eye shirt. Look at that. It's not God's Eye, it's Powerpuff Girls, but close enough.
Well, you're missing one. That's the problem.
What do you mean?
Well, after this show, you're missing a person on that
That's
shirt.
true. That's true. I mean, I ordered it last week, so maybe they could have let me know.
It's true. It's true.
How are you doing, my friend?
I am doing absolutely phenomenal. Watched some great wrestling over the last few days. We talked some New Japan yesterday. Let's
Mm-hmm.
record this. I watched some Stardom. Talk some off of Stardom. Can't argue with it, man. And we got some great stuff coming up this week.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. It's
Like,
going to be a busy few months.
yeah, and later this week, you're on the channel. There'll be a video of us and Boris Aguilar and Matt Ederer and a friend of theirs from SNME Radio. It's gonna be the five of us talking some New Japan G1, doing a preview and a little bit of a snake draft to see who can get the most points out of wins. A little bit different.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun with that one because Melville is not known for her good choices in the G1.
Hey, just remember, I lost last year. You came in second to last. You beat me. Just remember that.
It was an empty win.
But yeah, that's gonna be coming out this week before we start our G1 coverage. So you can check that out on our channel. You get the video on our channel, and SNMB will have the audio of it. So please check that out. But we are here to talk some Stardom MidSummer Champions 2023. Yeah. I didn't know it was midsummer already.
It is July, my friend.
According to the calendar, that's only like 2 weeks in.
I know, man.
Yeah. We're here to talk some pretty fun professional wrestling from Stardom. A really fun show with some interesting matches, especially the main event. I thought was, I'm considering it on my list, my matches of the year. I put it on the list. It's not super high, but on the list because I really quite enjoyed that main event.
Interesting. Well, let's get into it, my friend.
So we kick it off with the pre-show match. It is my notes are not in the right place. Haha, I suck at this. It's Waka Tsukiyama and Yuna Mizumori taking on Queen Quest Hina and Miyu Amasaki. Waka has new gear and it is glorious, and I love it.
I know. That was my first note with like 3 hearts next to it. Waka's gear. Yas, Queen, slay.
Finally, it doesn't say Waka on her titties anymore.
Yeah, I mean, bless her heart. It was very colorful gear, and for that version of Waka, that what she was, it worked. But like, she's Club Venus now. Now she looks it.
The gear is still a similar look to what she has, but it's more. It's not. It doesn't say Waka across the chest.
It's more mature.
Yes, very much so. Very much so. And I loved her and Yuna like dancing in the corner when it went to the wide shot. They're like dancing in the corner together. I really did like that. Maybe Yuna can finally get her dancing so she'll dance with the rest of Club Venus.
We can hope.
Well, Yuna's dancing with Cosmic Angels now, so she's got the danciness in her.
For show. I mean, your girl knows how to do it too. I mean, Waka, let me in. Let me join the crew. I'll teach you a thing or two.
Yeah, so early on, double-seated dropkick by Queen's Quest, and Miyu ends up applying this really cool chokehold, but Waka to Yuna Mizumori, but Waka ends up breaking it up. And then Waka ends up helping Yuna hit that handstand senton thing she's doing. Really, it's a fun little move. I like that one. Hina getting the Fujiwara armbar onto Yuna, but Yuna ends up fighting out and blocks the judo toss. And picks her up into this really nice backbreaker across her knee, then follows it up with the running splash for 2. I kind of really like the little sequence of her blocking the judo toss like that.
Yes. Yuna is a treasure. I absolutely love her.
Yeah, so Waka hits the Oblivion to Hina out of the ropes, but Hina then blocks the straight dragon slam and hits this beautiful ripcord judo toss, like Okada style. Like, I really did like that, and then follows it up with an STO. And then her and Miyu hit a double neck breaker and a double DDT to Waka. Beautiful pump handle Uranagi by Hina to Yuna. in
Mm-hmm.
start by Hina to Waka, and had to break up the pin. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
in the end, though, Waka blocks a Michinoku driver attempt and runs Hina into the forearm of Yuna and gets that tiger suplex roll up the bridge for the win. Waka getting the win here.
Waka gets a win! Ah, Waka gets a win. I was so happy. I got so excited to see this
Hmm.
when I saw that and just saw her go over. I was like, yes, yes, Waka's gonna win. I wish it was on the show, like the main show, not just a pre-show. But a girl's happy.
But
Yay, Waka.
and even the thing is, it's on Stardom World. Stardom World puts all the pre-show matches up. It's very rare you don't get to see a pre-show match with them on their
Correct.
site. So I would say a majority of people are watching this on the pre-show instead of on the pay-per-view proper. At least people outside of main Japan, I would say.
Hmm. Hmm.
So and again, she's getting featured. Her and Yuna, I thought worked really well together, even though they're in
Hmm.
technically opposing factions. Um,
Yes, I thought the same thing. But Yuna was gone for that Cosmic Angel drama. She
yeah,
wasn't there. She was on the outside.
yeah, and they had a good little tag there. I really did enjoy the two together.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then Hina and Aya Sakura have some chemistry. They're starting to build a little bit of chemistry there. Like it seems like this might be a team coming out of Queen's Quest.
Hmm. It is possible. It is possible.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Yes. Or sorry, not Aya Sakura. Miyu Amasaki. I apologize. I said the wrong name. I meant Miyu Amasaki, not Aya Sakura.
Oh
She's the next
yeah,
match.
yeah. She wasn't. I was gonna say, Aya's not in here. She was later.
She's in the next match. I already
Yeah.
have my notes rolled to that. That's why I said Aya, because I know.
Ah, ha, ha. Fair, fair.
Yeah, but a good little tag team there, and I think they're going to be like maybe see them later in the year. These two may enter the Goddess tournament together. I could see that.
Hey, I hope so.
Yeah. So we move on. It's Aya Sakura. Here's Aya Sakura with stars Hazuki and Saida taking on Hanako, Mei Sarah, and Suzu Suzuki. Um, Again, Suzu Suzuki, I think her. Really liking the pairing of her and Mei Sarah. I think
Yeah.
they work really well together, and again, I could see this being a dominant tag team going forward because they're getting good, strong wins in here.
Hmm.
And coming into
Hmm.
this,
Hmm.
it gets a good back and forth. At one point, Maesara gets pushes Aya into the ropes with her head sticking through the outside, and Suzu Suzuki ends up hitting the drive-by kick. Roman Reigns' drive-by kick on the outside, where she comes up off the floor and kicks her in the face.
Hmm.
And really like that. Ida getting the speed chops to Suzuki, but May ends up breaking them up, and then all that team ends up beating up on Ida, but Ida ends up fighting them all off, which is
Hmm.
like really impressive spots. Like she just had the power to fight them off. I was like, I really like that.
Hmm.
Um, Suzu hangs up Ida in the ropes, hits that nasty German and a top rope drop kick for two. Gotta love it. Gotta love that nasty. Gotta
Yes.
love that nasty German. Hazuki and Ida double team May, and then Hazuki gets the face wash and the running boot and the ropes to May. Um, there's a nice super kick and spine buster combo from Stars and Aya Sakura to Hanako. Um, Hanako gets Aya in the Boston Crab, and like Aya's just about at the rope, but Hanako pulls her back to center, and then she ends up sitting down real low into the single leg crab. But Aya does eventually get to the ropes and get a really good spot. You could see it look on Aya's face. She was just like desperate for that rope.
Hmm.
Um, and then in the end, though, a torture rack into a swing out slam. Not exactly sure what to call it. Again, it was torture rack, and she spun it out into a
She
slam.
just dropped her.
Yeah, and she gets the pinfall win. Hanako picking up the win over Aya Sakura here again. Not quite. I kind of expected that team to win, but expected May or Suzu to get the pin on Aya.
Yeah, yeah. Could we be seeing the kind of newer formation of a new trios kind of here? Because it's interesting that the team of Suzuki and May are picking up wins, even if they're just kind of assisting in those wins.
Mm,
Um, Suzuki's music is just
fire.
perfection. I love that music. Now, whenever I hear it, I get triggered to Shota Umino. Is Shota Umino's music similar?
It has a similar vibe. I think it's just a beat structure more or less than anything. I don't think it's
Hmm.
the same. It's not the same music, but it has a similar beat structure. like the way
Yeah,
like just the beat of the song has a similar structure.
that must be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also have noticed Suzu is going through quite the evolution through since leaving prominence. You know, having that usual like kind of almost samurai geisha kind of nice robe there. She kind of traded it off, almost looking a little bit like her rival Julia there. With her jacket and an outfit, I'm not hating it though. I
No.
love it, and her hair and everything. Like just everything about her seems a little bit more demure. Is that the right word? Like very feminine almost. Where before she wasn't not feminine. She was just very obviously a deathmatch specialist.
Hmm.
Now she's like she's
I'm
cute.
gonna wreck. I'm gonna wreck you kind of feel. It's not that it doesn't give
With a
off that I'm
pretty
gonna wreck.
smile and a nice face of makeup.
Yeah,
Like
but she doesn't give off as much as that I'm gonna wreck you feel. With
oh yeah, yeah,
and
she
she's
doesn't
changing
give
the
off
look
that
of it.
vibe as much
Yeah,
anymore. Yeah.
yeah.
Something I thought is, are they maybe trying to turn her into something a little bit more palatable for the North American audience? Because like that's what the North American audience would like.
I don't know. I like Susan. I like Susan. We're North American, and I like Susan Suzuki just the way she was. Honestly, I thought she was
I
awesome.
mean, yeah,
Great
but
showed up.
like
Yeah.
we also don't like death matches.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you have to change who she is, the look and style of her. Because I still think when
No.
she was working in Stardom and doing the matches she was doing, I I fell in love with her style and the way she looked, the way she wrestled, everything. I don't
Oh,
want
I
her
do
to
too,
change.
sir. But we
I
have to
know.
remember that we are two people in the massive wrestling community that is the rest of the world.
Why
and
can't why can't we be the number one people of this show?
I don't know. We have to apply for it. Um, but yeah, like I feel like they're sort of changing her. Like no, I don't even think they are. I think she's kind of changing and coming into a new look. I personally think that it would be very very marketable in a North American kind of style audience. I really felt that Aya and Hanako at the beginning of this match had a phenomenal start. Um, and what was also interesting is their time in the ring at the end. There was also what like really got me invested really heavily in this match and made it very very exciting. I really felt that Suzu and May kind of punished Aya a little bit when they got in there. They were a little stiff, a
Mm.
little rough with her, but
Oh
you know
yeah,
these girls gotta learn.
yeah,
Gotta
they
learn.
are. They're these like yeah, it's gonna be rough. They're gonna get beat up a little, but like out of the young stars that we have right now, I'm really seeing Aya and Hanako. Like I can see these two being like the ones that come out of the feuding with each other for a long time because they seem
Hmm.
to really
Hmm.
battle each other a lot in this early going.
Mm. Hanako also rocking a really nice new magenta kind of hair color that really ties her and her outfit together.
Hmm.
Looks really, really, really slick on her. I love her little thing that she does at the intro. So, so cute.
Yeah.
There was one point where she did a shoulder block on Hazuki, and Hazuki sold it like a mama jamma. Holy heckin' crap, that thing looks rough. I loved it.
Well, and
Um,
Hanako's big, and I love the fact that they're using her size and even like
mhm.
having her hit big shoulder blocks on established people like Hazuki. I really do like that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. As I mentioned, got super into the end of this match, and I found it interesting when you were mentioning the kind of submissions that were going on. There's one point where Hanako was in a submission. I don't remember who had her in it. I think it was Aya actually. She had her in some weird kind of twisty necky thing. Hanako needing the
Oh, the
save.
triangle. She had her in the
Yeah, yeah,
triangle. Yeah.
yeah. She needed the save from Suzu and May and needed the intervention, and they did it flawlessly. Like it was absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned, Aya actually when she got into the Boston Crab and or sorry, when Hanako put Aya in the Boston Crab and she was stuck in it, she was able to make it to the ropes. She didn't need the team intervention from Ida or Hazuki. She was able to kind of crawl through it on her own. It's very interesting to see. You know, they have both their own strengths, but kind of in very different areas. It's very interesting to see them kind of grow and develop.
Yeah.
Um, I was really happy with this win. It was also shocking to me, but I was actually very, very surprised again because like Suzu and May, they're on the winning team. That's a win for them.
Yeah. it's a great deal, and I really enjoyed this match. It was a really fun showcase of the young stars. Like, I don't know what to call them. I don't know what their term is. Like young lions is so easy, but
Twinkle, twinkle.
the little twinkles, I don't know.
I don't know. Little stars.
We move on to an eight-woman tag match. It's Queen Quest, Azumi, Lady C, Saya Kamatani, and Itami Hayashishida taking on stars Hanan Koguma, Mayu Koguma, Mayu Itami, and Momo Kogo. Fast section with Azumi and Momo at the start, really good.
Mhm.
Azumi got on the shoulders of Lady C, but then Stars comes in and just knocks C off, knocks C, and Azumi just goes crashing to the mat. I loved it,
Yeah.
and everybody's like stomping and splashing Lady C, and then
Hmm.
they hit her with the quad drop kick. I really like that. Mayu hits a pretty solid PK to Lady C for
Hmm.
two, and then her and Koguma hit a Yo Leo rolling splash onto Lady C.
It
I
just
love
looks way better.
it. They do it so much better than Yo Leo. That's for
What's the name for their version?
I guess it's
Komayo? Mayoguma?
the Maycog
Mayoguma.
Mayoguma Mayoguma.
They did
Uh,
a Mayoguma.
Oh, it was great. Cock with a really nice cutter out of nowhere to Kamatani while she's running running the rope.
Yeah.
I really liked that she could just bust out a cutter out of nowhere. Really, good. Momokogo getting the 619, and then her and I think it was I can't remember I can't remember who she was doing it with. They had a triple wheelbarrow facebuster to Kamatani, like really good. Um, uh, couple beauty spin kicks by Momokogo, uh, or sorry, two Momokogo by Kamatani, and then that beautiful like spinning tornado kick to a down Momo looked really good. But in the
Hmm.
end, Queen's Quest gets the quad drop kick onto Momo, and Saya Kamatani hits the Star Crusher to get the win.
Love it. What a great match. I enjoyed this. The only thing I wanted to add is that I love the little like just silly spot where Kaguma turned around and tried to bare ear to
With Utami,
Utami, and
yeah.
Utami was like,
Ah.
nay, nay, pass. Which way do you swipe when you swipe on Tinder to not
Oh,
swipe left?
swipe left, yeah.
Swipe left. That's what she did. She really did swipe left on her.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So after the match, Tommy does get on the mic. She says, "Do you remember the cage match we just had? Did you buy Weekly Pro with us on the cover?" After we won that cage match, I once again felt how wonderful Queen's Quest really is. Great, great. Everybody's feeling happy.
Hmm.
However, I still remember how much I've lacked as the leader. And now I need some time. I'm going to go on a journey and reflect on myself. In the meantime, I leave Queen's Quest in the hands of all of you, to Azumi, Sai Kamatani, and Lady C.
Hmm.
And then everybody's just looking concerned, like, what the fuck's going on? Um,
Hmm.
but to the real point, we're getting Utami Hayashishida in North America. One of the matches, as we record this, happened 2 days ago, and the next one is this coming Saturday. So next week, I'm hoping that me and Mel, we're not going to watch those entire events, but we're going to watch Tommy Hayashishida's matches on the two GCW events, and we're going to review them here as a special Stardom review. Just talking those two matches, we're going to break it down. Her work in North America, I can't wait.
Yes. Yes. Uh,
Yes, yes.
I can't eat like yeah. I am so excited for people to hear her music. Like just it's mm. You guys are so freaking lucky. You don't even know.
Yeah, so she's on two GCW events. I can't
Hmm.
remember the. I'm feeling really stupid that I didn't write down the names of them right now.
I know Billy Starks is one of them.
No, but like the actual event she's on, I gotta bring it.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
sorry. So she was on the July 9th GCW Cleanup Man show,
Uh-huh.
and then she will be on the GCW Now and Forever show on the 15th. Sorry, because they got them listed on the Stardom site. That's why I know that. But yeah, she'll
I'm
be in,
so
and
excited.
we'll be reviewing those two matches next week. And there's a third one from JCW's big ass extreme birthday Bash that if I can find it, I will review that one too. Because she's on 3 American shows, which is absolutely awesome in my opinion. Yeah.
We need her.
And the
We
thing is,
need the Red Queen.
I'm hoping we're going to see more Stardom in North America. Because now with Julia
Please.
holding the Strong Championship means she's going to be coming over here. Tommy, come on, let's see some more. My biggest disappointment about the biggest disappointment for me on Forbidden Door is that we got no Stardom. But
yeah, I mean, yeah, because like Willow Nightingale is NJPW Strong,
/ AEW,
technically
yeah.
Stardom.
Well, she's technically AEW. She's signed to AEW.
Was it Momo? No, Momo wasn't there. That was an NJPW show.
Yeah, that was the
one. Yeah, you're absolutely right. There was no Stardom women on there. That is, especially having as you mentioned, Toni Storm, Saraya, Rusoho. That would have been a perfect opportunity. Oh, you could have had a Mean Girls fight. Even just bring over freaking Oedo Tai.
Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine Tora against Toni Storm? Holy heck!
And Toni Storm, a former World of Stardom champion, in her own right, and SWA champion, multiple champion. What happened to the SWA title? That's a real question. I haven't heard tell that belt since Mayu gave it up.
Who gave it up? Didn't Story give it up?
No, Mayu gave it up last fall to go after the IWGP belt.
Maybe with the addition of now 2 belts, with the IWGP Women's Belt and the NJPW Strong Women's Belt, maybe they felt there was a little too many belts.
Yeah, I'm not against it, because again, that was a very weird belt. You couldn't defend it against someone of the same culture as you. So again, or from the same country as you. So that.
But arguably, they have a big opportunity now with Xia Brookside, Mariah May, Thekla, Jessie, Julia.
There's a great reason for that belt to come back now. There really
100%.
Yeah.
Heck, Jessie Gadbert.
Oh, I want her back so badly.
Same.
But we move on to another 8-woman tag match. It's Oedo Tai's Momo Watanabe, Natsuko Tora, Lina, and Naruka taking on Donna Del Mondo's Julia, Maika, Mai Sakurai, and Thekla. Thekla dominating Rina early, really quite dominant. Rina only takes over because Tora ends up tripping Thekla up, and Rina ends up tossing Thekla around by her braids a couple times. Yeah. Momo comes in and just a vicious PK to the back of Thekla. Then she ends up getting one to the front too, and it was just like,
Soul Snapper.
Yeah, Thekla did fight back, hit some hard forearms against the DDT on Momo. Maya and Julia fighting off the 4-person attack from Oedo Tai, hitting double DDTs each and hitting double drop kicks. I was like, yes, let's do this. Mike is in at one point. She gets the lariat on Tora, then a vicious shoulder block dropping her. Just the power of that girl is crazy. Tora ends up slamming Micah down and gets a 2 count. But then when Micah tries to lift her up or something, Tora just kind of comes crashing down on top of her, gets a 2. And then Tora ends up hitting the cannonball in the corner. Tora does go up, but gets cut off by Micah. And Micah hits a superplex off top. Looks really good.
So good.
Julia, Maya, and Thekla all getting octopus locks on Rina, Ruaka, and Momo. That was great. But Ruaka ended up getting to the rope to break Maya's hold because there were 2 legal people at the time. But Julia and Maya ended up hitting this backdrop neckbreaker combo to Ruaka. In the end, just general mayhem just ensues. Everybody's attacking everybody. And Tora hits an FU or attitude adjustment, whatever you want to call it, death by the driver, to Ruaka, or to Mai, but Ruaka ends up missing the freezer bomb, and Mai rolls her up with a crucifix and really kind of steals the win here.
Yeah. I actually wrote down on that one how adorable it was that when Ruaka missed the power bomb, missed the freezer bomb, her hood from her outfit popped on. So it's long. So it was It covered her eyes and everything, and that thing stayed on until well after the match. I was like, "Oh, that's adorable. That's a fun way to end this match."
I liked it.
Um,
I liked it.
I did too. I thought it was fun. Um, when Julia and Tora were in the ring together, I mean, I already knew how freaking phenomenal a wrestler Tora is, but this really drove home to me just what a veteran and how experienced she was. Her and Julia were just going through that series of reversals where they were just reversing absolutely everything. With Julia just finally and barely pulling off, I believe it was just a suplex at the end of all of that.
Yeah.
Like it was so good and like a little reminiscent of the Willow Nightingale match.
Very similar. Yeah.
Um, yeah, lots of reversals there. As soon as Micah got tagged in, I was like, yes, let's fucking go. The energy of the crowd at that point was just so peaked. I absolutely loved it. Yeah, the superplex was freaking incredible. I call it the artist trio submission because that seems to be their thing. The
Yeah.
artists of Stardom Champions, they like to do that triple submission, and I live for it. I love it. Um, Ruaka really got beat the heck up at the end of this match.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, that's all I got there. Thekla kind of disappeared for a little bit.
She did. So after the match, Mai gets on the mic. She says, "Hello to all you commoners that came out to the Yokohama Budokan. Thank you. After 3 months, I'm back at the birthplace of my microphone performance." And like Julia and all of them are like covering their ears. I'm like, what the fuck? It was funny.
Oh,
Uh, Tonight we'll be going to eat shark fin here in Chinatown. It's a special day for you commoners, so you get to split and share jumbo dumplings at Yokohama Kyoken. Now then, please excuse me. I don't know. I just love her little speeches at the end. It gives her this air of just kind of like it's a nicer version of the "I'm better than you and you know it" of MJF, but like
yeah,
a classier like I'm still a good guy version. I really do like that.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. I do really enjoy this ladyship kind of attitude that she's kind of adapting. I feel it adds to her and it adds to the attitude that is in her wrestling.
Yeah, yeah. Oh wait, I gotta hit the button.
Click
We
the
move
button,
on
sir.
to a really good match, man. Starlight
Hmm.
Kid versus Nane Takahashi. Holy crap! Um, Nane bringing out was it what's her name? Momo Nakanishi with her as her second for this match. And then was it Nane getting in her face and like pushing her on her way down,
Hmm.
and shoves her, but gives her towel. Um, they start out with a hard slap fest, and Nane's unloading forearms. Starlight Kid, but Starlight Kid hits a drop kick and unloads with stomps and onto the knee of Nane. But
Hmm.
Nane comes back. It's this sick release German. Again, great start from these two. And like
Hmm.
the speed they moved, and this match was like 14 and a half minutes. And the speed they moved in this match was for the entire match. There were little breaks, obviously. It was
Hmm.
absolutely incredible. They're just smacking the shit out of each other, just slaps
Hmm.
across the face, swarms to each other. Starlight Kid getting an Asai moonsault to Nane on the floor. You can see not Waka was out there kind of as one of the spotters for Nane.
She
Kind of,
was,
yeah. I
yes.
was like, ooh, the respect there. You know, they're rivals. They got
Hmm.
that respect. Starlight Kid getting in the Indian Deathlock in the ring on Nane, but Nane struggles. Does get to the ropes. Nane ends up stopping a code red and hitting a beautiful dude buster. Looked
Hmm.
really good when she like Starlight Kid's going around, but she like stalls it and then just drops down on her. It looks so good.
Yeah.
Um, Nane missing the frog splash and Starlight Kid getting the stretch muffler. And this, I thought it was over right here because she
Yeah.
stepped over, got the leg around the head, and but Nane just fighting and fighting and does get to the ropes again.
Hmm.
Absolutely tremendous spot. It had me. I thought that was it right there. Um,
Yeah, because like I thought so too. It just that one arm that Nane had not been able to get trapped in there was that deciding factor in her escaping that.
very much so. Starlight Kid does hit the code red, but she only gets 2 count. but then Nane ends up reversing a Rana attempt into a pin. Then she hits Starlight Kid with this sick backdrop driver, looking like she just crushed her on her neck. Like, ugh. Nane striking the hell out of Starlight Kid and drops her, but she ends up missing the lariat. And Starlight Kid comes back unloading her own strikes and slapping the shit out of Nane. These two kill each other, but Nane ends up catching Starlight Kid running and just lariats the shit out of her. Um, Starlight Kid gets a cross leg fisherman suplex on Nane and gets the bridging tiger suplex for two. Couple of really nice roll ups from Starlight Kid, and she gets hit. There's a spot where they're like stopping each other in the corner and they're like Germany each other out of the corner. It was just, just killing each other, and Nane got the superplex out of it. Really good. At the end of it comes Northern Lights driver by Nane, and she gets the win over Starlight Kid.
Yeah, Starlight Kid really pulled out all the stops that she could in this match to throw at Nane. Yeah, I was really confused about that interaction with Momo at the beginning with Nane. So I was like, what is going on? Because in the video montage, Momo was training Starlight Kid.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'm not sure what's happening with this, but we're gonna go for the ride. Um, I felt Nane was very, very vicious. She turned up that viciousness in this match, and I loved it because it brought out the viciousness in Starlight Kid, which I think made their chemistry in ring so good. The only thing that I wanted to add to your endless moves was Nane hitting Starlight Kid towards the end there with that series of lariats. She lawn chaired her. Like Starlight Kid was more than kicking her own face. She was kicking the floor behind her face.
Mm-hmm.
That was brutal. I really enjoyed this match.
Yeah. So Nani does get the mic out there and says the reason Yokohama was so passionate and on fire is because you're passionate, Starlight Kid. And she said, I guess it was their first match. Like that's
Yes,
pretty
one on
amazing.
one, yeah.
Um, I didn't know what such an interesting person was hiding behind there. It's like, and she says, if you have the passion, if you use the kind of passion, you open more doors. She says to use everything Nakanishi gives her, but then you can also be better because Nakanishi was her rival, I guess, and they're also tag team partners too at one point.
Correct.
Um, Starlight Kid gets the mic and she says, "I lost, but next time with passion, she will surpass Nane and she will win. She will go far beyond Nakanishi." Um, she asks thanks to Nakanishi for being her corner, but uh, she asked her to stand with her in the ring, but against her, and even team up with Nane as Nanamomo again. It's not Black Tiger, it's Starlight Kid. I really like that little line there. And then Nane says, "Let's leave it at that." And she says to Mr. Oe, her Nane's or Momo's husband on commentary there, I guess you have to have a family meeting. And she says, you're making a mess, forcing her to be a second, then telling them to bring back Nana Momo." Is that it's interesting to open up new paths, right? And they pretty much go from there. They all shake hands and they leave, and big love fest. Nane, the loving love fest person now.
The most confusing character in professional wrestling right now.
Yeah, legitimately. Like she was just murder monster for so long while we were watching, and now she's like, Waka beat me. I'm nice again. What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens when Mirai and her get back into the ring together, right?
That'll be pretty sick, I think.
Yeah.
We move on, though. It's Rose Gold, Club Venus, defending their Goddess of Stardom championships. Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa taking on God's Eyes, Ami Sarai, and Shuri. May just looks so sad giving that belt to Rossi. Like she just had this like pouty look on her face, she's like handing the belt away. It was cute to see.
Yeah.
Really fast start with Ami and Mina there. They're just unloading on each other, just beat the crap out of each other. Ami gets a high angle Boston Crab early to Mina, but Mina does get the ropes. Ami does get the torture rack, and the slam and she slams her into the corner, hits the splash to the back, gets the 2 count. Mina reverses the suplex attempt into a DDT. May comes in, and like it's just the back and forth with these women is insane. And then Suri gets in and starts kicking everybody. Jesus Christ! Like Momo's kicks were hard, Nani's kicks were hard, but Suri's are just lethal, dude. Like
Mm-hmm.
Christ on a cracker, just beating the living shit out of you, just beating the shit out of people, man.
Oh, you
Oh,
talked about crackers, and now girl's hungry.
yeah, May at one point blocks a suplex attempt and hits a sling blade on Ami, but Ami comes right back and hits a brainbuster. Again, I was just like, dang, these girls they're hitting everything, man.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Suri low bridges, or Mina low bridges Suri out, and May ends up hitting a sunset bomb off the apron. Sunset bomb Suri onto Ami and I guess Mirai, who was at ringside. Um, and then Mina comes off the top of the high cross onto everybody on the floor. Beautiful spinning back elbow by Mina to Suri in the corner. And then she has a nice Kenta style green killer out of the corner and gets the 2 count.
Mm-hmm.
Really good there. Mina catches a kick of Suri at one point. It hits a beautiful dragon screw. And applies the figure 4, but and Ami has to save Suri here, and she has to break it up. Like, um, just really good. Like everybody in this match. In the end, though, Mina hits the glamorous driver. Mina. Oh, sorry, that's not it. Where the f- is it? Okay, so there was off the shoulder double knee gutbuster by Suri to Mina. She gets a 2 count. Then she hits a running knee, but like Mina like ends up rolling Suri up for 2 after she hit the knee. It was like where those spot. And Suri hits a roundhouse kick, but Mina ends up slipping out of her power slam attempt or whatever she had her up on her shoulder, and runs her into Ami and gets like pulls out something out of Wheeler Yuta's playbook and gets the seatbelt pin and kind of steals the win for her team. Like Suri was in control and Mina just kind of got that pin out of nowhere.
She yoinked it.
Yoinked? You say yoinked it?
Yoink! I win! I win! I love it. You mentioned the big spots that I did. Um, yeah, I was actually I really enjoyed this match. I didn't take a whole ton of notes on it just because I was so enamored about what was going on. I ended up watching it twice and not taking any notes. So funny. The interaction afterwards was what actually had me a little confused.
Yeah, so Mina says, I'm all beat up, but I pinned Suri. It's real awesome. I want to ask you something. You've been busy filming a movie. Is your body okay? Like she's saying this to Suri, and Suri gets the mic and says, "You don't need to worry about me. I'm good. I lost today. I lost, and I felt your momentum, but it won't happen again." And Mina says, "We haven't had interaction still now, but I'm glad you felt my momentum. I've done it. Well, I think we have to hurry and close this now. Sean Mina, who's crawled up from hell, is going to keep going up, up, up." And then May gets on the mic, says, "Champion Mina is here. Champion May is here." And then Mina goes, Rose Gold is here.
Yeah. Production freaking fricked up though. Interrupted May.
Mm-hmm.
Naughty, naughty.
Yeah, didn't like that.
No. Pay attention. Yeah, good match. Otherwise, yeah, it was confusing. I didn't understand why that interaction with Suri needed to happen. I don't know if they're like trying to lay down some like maybe tension between the two of them going into the next tournament.
Well, again, remember they also do big shows during the 5 star Grand Prix. So it's not just 5 star Grand Prix matches for the next 3 months. It's
Mm,
5 star Grand Prix plus they're going to have some big shows during that time where people are going to defend titles, and
mm-hmm.
like it's the big difference with Stardom with their tournaments is they still have other shows in between where like New Japan it's all tournament that's it. So again, it's going to be it's going to have a little bit of difference there, and I like that. So I think they're setting up to maybe a rematch coming up here. I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch as long as Club Venus wins.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, do you think we're going for a rematch in a tag team aspect, or do we think that we're potentially just setting up a one-on-one, just a singles grudge match between Mina Shirakawa and Zori?
If they're in the same block, it might just be setting up stakes for them facing each other in the 5-star Grand Prix. That might be
There
it.
we go. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
won't be mad about that.
No. But we move on to the high speed title matches. Saki Kashima defending her title against Fukikin Death. Um, Saki asks for the handshake before, but Fuki won't do it. Saki calls for it again, but Fuki ends up like messing with her. They both seem really timid at the start until Saki tries to engage, and Fuki gets the Kishi Kase on Saki, but Saki does kick out. Uedo Tai pulls Saki out. The gang stomped the shit over. The ref just comes out and is like, "Stop, stop, stop, stop." Would that be a
Oh no.
that's even in New Japan? That's a disqualification. Come on, Jesus, man, you're
Damn it, Bob.
yeah. Was that Bob? Was it Bob?
I don't know.
I don't know. They're all Bob to me at this point, man.
Damn it, Bob.
Fukikin Death threatens the paper, like threatens Saki with the paper, but Saki ends up getting it, hits Fuki, but then Fuki gets it back and smacks the shit out of Saki with it and gets a suplex. But then Saki gets a suplex. Mumbo ends up grabbing Saki when she's up going up to the top, and Fuki gets a suplex off the top. But then she misses the moonsault, but ends up kicking Saki in the head and goes for the German, but Saki ends up getting the Kishi Kase, but the ref gets pulled out of the ring. Again, why didn't you throw Edo Tai out at this point? Like, Jesus Christ, man. These refs don't do anything.
He likes it. I don't know.
With the ref on the outside, Rock ends up hitting Saki with the case, and Fuki goes to hit a move on Saki, but Saki gets the Kishi Kase, and she gets the win. Again, this match was like 3.5 minutes, I want to say.
I was gonna say this was a quick match, and I think it was because what happened after.
Yeah. So Ueda Tai come in, they attack Saki after the match, and Tora gets the paper to Fuki. Fuki smacks the shit out of Saki with it, and the gang beat her. Till God's Eye comes out to make a save. God's Eye of all teams come out and make the save. So Tora grabs the mic and he goes, "Have you gone crazy after losing your goddess match? What will you do with such a weakling? God's Eye is finished." And then Ueda Tai just leaves, right? Saki then goes, "Siri-san, thank you for saving me. I want you to protect me for the rest of my life. So please let me go and join God's Eye." And then Siri's is like, "Really?" And Saki's like, "Yes, I want to be Siri-san's goldfish poop." But in smaller letters, it's saying she wants to be her devoted, loyal follower. I don't know how that's goldfish poop, but okay.
I guess Poof is more devoted than some. I just.
So Siri says, "I understand. From today, Saki Kashima is part of God's." And you can kind of see Ami and Mirai in the background, kind of like the Fluck, kind of like the Fluck looks like why are we bringing her in? Like, was that look right? I was just like, that played completely cohesive there.
I mean, champion though.
Yeah, so Saki then says, "Now I won't have to face Siri anymore." And then Siri slaps her in the forehead and goes, "What are you talking about?" It's just.
Yeah, because even when God's Eye is in like the Cinderella tournament Grand Prix, they don't care. They gotta fight each other.
Mm-hmm. I just laughed so hard when she said that. And then Siri's slapping her and said, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "I'm going to still beat you up." That's a feeling I got.
I was gonna say, this just gave her permission to.
Yeah. So Saki Kashima is God's Eye affiliated now.
Which kind of makes the shirt, the shirt makes sense. But then you got that evil little shithead one.
Oh, is she Mojo Jojo?
I was gonna say that's more Fook than anyone. No, I was gonna. Who's the evil little girl? Daddy's little princess chick.
I don't know. I didn't watch enough.
She was like, she wanted to be a Powerpuff Girl so bad, but Daddy couldn't buy her the recipe. She was yellow.
No idea. I have no idea.
We'll figure it out. That's the one she is.
Yeah. So we move on to the Wonder of Stardom title match. It's Tam Nakano defending her title against the what was the tournament she won?
Cinderella.
the Cinderella champion, Mirai.
Mhm.
They're pulling each other's hair at the start.
Mhm.
Then they trading forearm shots. The ref like Mirai tosses the ref away, and then she has to be physically pulled off of Tam when when they're in the ropes, and she's
Mhm.
laying shots in. And then Tam takes Mirai down, and she's laying her own shots, and it was pretty like a rough start. Like these two
Yeah.
really seem to really hate each other.
Yeah, I don't know where all this animosity kind of comes from with Mirai. Like, she's so nice. I call her the Quiet Riot. She doesn't say much, but like, you freaking hates her.
Hmm. It was a really weird rivalry, but I liked it. A
Yeah.
great release German suplex by Tam Nakano.
Yeah.
Looked really good. Tam like locks Mirai in the turnbuckle and is like pulling and like pulls her with like a bulldog choke in the she's like being pulled through the ropes. It looked
Mm.
really good, like through the through the like corner. It looked really good.
Hmm.
And then Tam releases it, hits a beautiful high cross off the top. And like Tam's kicking the ref away as he's trying to interfere and break it up. She's like Tam's kicking the ref away. I really did like that. Like both of them are just like telling the ref to fuck off. We're fighting here. I really did like that. Uh, Tam gets a German suplex on the ramp, but Marian's reversing it and gets a downward spiral on the ramp or like a flatliner. Um, Tam ends up stopping almost like a dominator positioning and gets a roll through and gets a running knee. When she ends up running at her again, she takes a lariat from Mirai. Really, really good spot on the outside. Mirai gets caught going for her Vader elbow and then gets German suplex off, like pulled German off the second rope, and Tam hits the like knee in the rope, that running knee into the ropes. I love when she has that knee. Her and Natsupoi
Hmm.
when they do their knee or the drop kick in the ropes, I absolutely love it. It looks so
Hmm.
good. Then she hits a bridging half and half suplex and gets a two. Um, Tam ends up kicking Mirai off the top, but Mirai comes running right back up, and Mirai like takes Tam and just lariats the shit out of her, and they like lariats her off the top. Looked really different. It was very different, but I very much liked it.
Hmm.
You don't
Hmm.
really see
It was really, really good.
you don't see somebody lariating somebody off the top. I really like that. Yeah. Mirai hits the lariat again and hits the wheelbarrow half Nelson for two. Then a beautiful over the head belly to belly with a bridge for two. Tam pulling out the inverted triangle on out of a sunset flip, but Mirai ends up getting her foot on the ropes. Man, like Mirai with like she's got her and like she's hitting like the Muay Thai knees into the body and the head, and then pulls the Miramare and rolls it. And then she like Tam's almost at the ropes. She rolls it back to center and like steps over the head, but Tam does eventually get to the ropes again. Great work in the submissions. Beautiful roundhouse kick by Tam and the violet
Hmm.
screwdriver, but Tam like is delayed getting over because she's still like selling the Miramare and everything.
Hmm.
And getting the pin, but she only gets two. And they exchange a shitload of strikes, like just smashing the shit out of each other, and just giving everything they have, the spin kicks and like punches and kicks. It was crazy. But Mirai starts unloading the lariats onto Tam, and Mirai ends up kicking, but like Tam gets a bridging tiger suplex. I'm thinking it's over right here, but like she kicks out and unloads more lariats and the jumping lariat. When she hit that jumping lariat, I'm like, oh, it's done. She's been winning so many matches with it, and I'm like, what the fuck,
Hmm.
win it? So Mirai goes up, hits the high cross off the top, then the airplane spin into the Mari shock, which I haven't seen her hit in a long while.
Hmm.
And we have a new Wonder of Stardom champion, ladies and gentlemen. This belt has
Yeah.
been hot potatoing. Mirai is the new champion, ladies and gentlemen. And we didn't get
Yeah.
a speech from Mirai after. Out of all
Because she's the Quiet Riot. That would be out of character.
But out of everybody that got speeches on the show, wouldn't you think the woman that just won a championship should at least get to say something to the crowd? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just seemed weird that Nane got a speech and Mirai didn't. I don't know.
I don't know either, but like, I mean, it is who Mirai is.
Hmm.
She doesn't say much. She lets her actions speak for her, and boy, did they speak.
Hmm.
But Williams nearly took off Tam's head. There was one point where Tam was her face from that Miramare was so red, like so red, it almost matched her hair. It was
Hmm.
ridiculous. This was a great match, and just the strikes. These girls were fighting so hard. The high kick you mentioned, like man, Mira had just bounced off the ropes. You guys, she pretty much bitch slapped her with her foot while Mirai was in a full sprint.
Hmm.
Like she went over like, and she almost lawn chaired down that too. It was crazy. Great match.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. I thought these two did so good, but then we got the main event still.
Yes.
It's what they're calling a strap match. But for any North American fan, you know it is a bull rope match,
Hmm.
or similar to dog collar, but on around your neck, around your wrist. It's a bull rope match. You're tied
Hmm.
together by the rope. You have to score a pinfall and then hit the four corners in succession to get the win.
Hmm.
But if you get broken up from hitting those four corners in succession, you have to then restart and hit another pinfall. This match was absolutely phenomenal. I'm like I
Hmm.
said, I'm putting this on my list. These two
Get
had.
on the list.
I'm not a big fan of you see like a bull rope match or something like this, but I thought these two did it so well because they were wrapping each other up in the strap and throwing each other around using the strap and dragging each other around the ring, and it was just there was a point where like Anu had Nat on top, goes out to the bottom, and then wraps the strap and pulls her down. It's like the strap's going down around her, coming back through the top, and then hooking up to Natsupoi. She's being pulled in two directions at the same time, just like yanking and choking her. Again, these two just beating the living hell out of each other. And these two are
Hmm.
tag team partners, weren't they? In like the artist champions together with Kyrie.
Hmm.
Like Jesus, and they're like stable mates, but like Anu left the stable. I don't know the speech after confused the living.
And I believe the term is rival.
Yeah, but
The
the
term is
speech after
rival.
the match really confused me and the way Tam was addressing certain things. Um, but yeah, they're just like choking the shit out of each other, pulling each other around. It
Hmm.
just the speed these two worked at with some of the spots was absolutely phenomenal. Nat
Hmm.
hit a sick German suplex on the floor and climbs to the top and hits a high cross onto the floor. Um, both just kicking the shit out of each other. And we did get to see the kneeling spin kick from Natsupoi. I love that move.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, when and then Nat gets a pin at one point, and then she like wraps Anu in the strap and starts dragging her from instead of just leaving the strap length and just walking to each corner because there was plenty of length to do that. She wrapped Anu in the strap and then starts dragging her to each corner and starts at the corner. But then Anu ends up attacking her and starts whipping Nat with the strap, and that was just
Mean.
oh,
Rude.
yeah. And then but Nat fights back and whips Anu across the face with the strap. Like it looked like it was across the face or chest area, and it just looked like, ugh.
Yeah. Did not look fun.
And they're brawling on their knees at one point, and that's where Nat
Hmm.
hit her spin kick, and then, yeah, it just Nat wraps Anu up in the strap and hits a bridging German and gets a pin, and starts hitting the corners again, and she's dragging her around, and then Anu like stops her when she's going for the fourth corner and hits a beautiful German suplex.
Hmm.
Um, Anu ends up, yeah, when they did this is where the corner choke one was, where she wrapped her around the neck. It was like pulling her in two directions. It was just, again, like it was very similar to the Tam and Mirai one in the turnbuckle, but this one was on the top rope, and it was just insane. They get into this spot where they start slapping. They get into like a slapping match, and then they start training Germans. I counted a total of 12 German suplexes going back and forth, but Anu got the last like four, I think, and
Hmm.
it was
Hmm.
just German,
Hmm.
German, German, German. It was just like I counted 12. And then Anu ends up hitting Natsupoi's flip neck breaker, and she gets a three count. And then she like wraps her up in the strap and dragging her around and slaps all four corners. And Saori Anu gets the win. And
Hmm.
goddamn, did this match like again? I went into this match with like zero expectation, and it blew me away.
It was very, very good. Very, very good. And like, yeah, it was the relationship was very confusing going into it. It's like, are they friends? Are they rivals? Are they do they like each other? Do they hate each other? I'm not entirely sure what the heck is going on. But like, holy heck, did they put on a great match?
Yeah, it was so good. Like again, I'm putting it on my list. It had like if it's not gonna be in my top my top matches overall. Like I'm gonna break a list down for men's matches, women's matches, and then overall on top of it all. This is at
Mm.
least making my like top 10 women's matches at least so far this year for sure, and it's in my top
Right.
25 right now. It's in my top 25 right now. I thought these two did incredible.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah,
agree. I
yeah.
agree.
So after the match, they get into the speeches. And Anu says, "We're stupid. How much we don't want to lose to one another. We are really stupid. What will we do? Continue to stay at odds? Do we continue this relationship?" And Nat's crying. Says, "I came up short again. Damn it. I wonder if we are connected, or if we are so connected that we couldn't break apart even if we wanted to." Saori Forme, I don't know, it's just the way she said it. It was Forme. It's literally what the word said on the screen. So, and then you will always be my rival. Um, Saori says that's great. Don't disrespect Saori Anu. And then Nat yells, "Don't disrespect Natsupoi." And then Saori goes, "Natsupoi." And Natsupoi goes, says her name. And then she like stopped because she's like, "What?" Because she's like, she said Natsupoi, right? It's just the reaction from Natsupoi is insane here. And then Sarah goes, Natsupoi, thank you. And Natsupoi says, Natsupoi. She said Natsupoi. You said Natsupoi. And it was just like the elation on her was so funny. Um, and then Sayori says, "Come on, Tam." And Nat's like, "Don't ignore me." Just like, it was so funny. So Sayori says, "I'm sorry, Tam. I've been selfish and it turned out like this. I'm sorry." And Tam says, "Sayori-chan, will you continue being Kozuin, which is Cosmic Angels?" And Sayori says, "Kozuin is the best. You guys are shining, but it will shine even brighter if I'm in it." And Tam and Sayori hug. Then Yuna gets in there. And she goes, "The four of us should dance together." And Tam's like, "What are you doing?" And Yuna's like, "New Kozuin, take off." And so they all do the Cosmic Angels dance together, which is cute. Um,
Hmm.
Tam says, "Let me introduce the crew. I am your captain, Tam, our apprentice, Yunamon." So she's the Cosmic Angels apprentice right now, Yuna Mizumori.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, Kozuen's Fairy Natsupoi, and once again, the newest member of Kozuin, Saori Anou. So I'm guessing she broke up from the team over the last couple weeks, but now she's back with the team. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know either. I just don't know. She said once again to maybe this issue. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
That was a part of the story that confused me also.
and Saori finished it off, said, "We and you together, we are delicious."
And just the look on Sayori's face the whole time, they would rather be anywhere else in the world.
Mm.
Just, oh my
Well,
God, okay.
the face you see in this picture right now is the face that Sarah's making the entire damn time.
With a lot of eye rolls.
And
Gosh, that girl is good at eye rolling. My
yeah,
goodness.
she can eye roll, but she has no emotion. What the hell?
I mean, she had a lot of disgust on her face as she was being forced to do the cosmic angel dance. Uh, a reluctant angel, if you will.
Yeah, she's the reluctant angel. You're right. But that brings us to an end of Stardom's MidSummer Champions 2023. Mal, overall, I know I enjoyed the hell out of this show.
Hmm.
Did you?
Hmm. I sure did. This was a very fun one, and I just watched it today, this afternoon. It was a joy. It
I,
was a
I
ride.
I watched the first or the final four matches this weekend. Then I watched the first five today. Yeah.
uh, we were late getting on here because I was catching up on the last match.
Also, I had family dinner stuff, so
Priorities. Priorities.
this is priority. Come on.
Yes, but overall, this show was a lot of fun. I really, really did enjoy this. There were some nice little surprises. It wasn't weird like some of the other shows have been with the bouncy castles and cone tits and people being
Oh,
yeeted down 3 flights of stairs.
I guarantee you we're getting that this summer at some point. There's a couple shows in the middle of the GP that the Stardom X Stardom shows and sound like, yeah, we're gonna get some weird shit. I'm down. I'm down to see that every once in a blue moon. Again, it's not death matches. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Ram Kai Chow again. I do love her, and she does kind of pop in on those shows, but I don't want to see the muff thing again. I'm good.
I completely forgot about that.
How can you forget about cone titties?
I did so.
Ay, 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 ay. Sir.
So we will be back next week with some more Stardom, where we might be talking. We might have some stuff coming out about a couple shows, and then a couple shows coming up on Stardom
Mhm.
World. But we are definitely next week going to be talking about Utami Hayashida's 2, maybe 3 matches. If I can get a hold of the JCW stuff,
Yes.
right over here in North America, I cannot wait.
Me neither. I
Mhm.
am so excited. Long live the Red Queen.
Yes. But it's time to get out of here. So you can find me. I guess we've had Astrid stuff running across the entire bottom the entire time. So we're gonna
All
put ours
right.
up. You can find me on Twitter, Mastodon, TikTok, and Hive at that Canada guy, Instagram, and now on Threads because it's so easy to sign up. All you do is download it, click follow everybody I followed Instagram, and it was super easy to follow. I'm waiting for Mel to get her Threads going. Um,
Easy peasy.
you can follow me there at that Canada dude. You can find me over on our local establishment every Wednesday at youtube.com/ at our local establishment or twitch.tv/ our local establishment, where you can find me talking Marvel with my boy old Ed, my alternate tag team partner. We're talking some Marvel talk over there, talking Secret Invasion, a couple more. So there was an episode from this past Wednesday. Next week will be YouTube only because that one will be pre-recorded. And then finally on the 28th, I made sure I had the day off. We're going to be going live and hopefully get some guests, a guest or two coming on to talk the finale of Secret Invasion with. I'm very much looking forward to that. Going to be live and in color for all you ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much for tuning into that. And then you can also check out all our work over on Backbreaker Video. Our buddy Mike the Ref simulcast all of our stuff a week later. If you're watching us there, please give him a like and a follow there at Backbreaker Video. If you want to check out some of his great gaming content, you can see him do it live on twitch.tv/Mike the Ref. And then you can see the replays over on youtube.com/ at backbreaker_gaming. It's himself. There's PJC, there's Rick Jules, lots of great gaming content coming up from those boys. And then if you are watching us there, please go over and check out Andre Melball Wrestling Talk at youtube.com/ at Andre Melball Wrestling Talk. Please give us a like. A like to the video, subscribe to the channel. Please comment down below. We love hearing from you, and don't forget to hit that notification bell because then you can always hear from us because you'll know when we drop new shows.
Ding dong.
Now, where can they find you?
If you're wanting to follow a Melball, you can follow me on Twitter at Collins Melball. You can follow me on, oh goodness, get the list, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Mastodon, and Blue Sky now on at Melball Collins. You can also catch us on our Facebook fan page, Andre Melball's Wrestling Talk. You can TikTok. You can also catch me on our local establishment's original programming, Paramindful. We just dropped our Bigfoot episode finally, so you can come listen to the sultry voice of the gold standard, Carl Carafel and Alex the Werewolf, and of course, me. You can also catch me on Astro Pizarro's YouTube channel, where we do our show, Ladies Wrestling Showcase. It's been a hot minute. We're a little behind on there because Astrid girl, she's got some great opportunities the last couple of weeks, and wrestling news is always going to happen. She's got to take those important opportunities. Always proud of you, my girl. So, yeah, go check us out. We're going to hopefully have an episode by the end of this week because we got some shit to talk about. Like Julia and Utami. We got stuff.
You got to talk about is it Nikki Cross? She's like has a master's degree now. Jace.
Oh, hey, girls.
Yeah.
Girls getting their mind stuff on.
Mm-hmm.
If you are wanting to watch Stardom Wrestling, we will leave a link in the description box down below. It is stardom-world.com. I just looked at it to make sure I remembered. It is approximately 990 yen or approximately $10 Canadian, but it's been like more like $7.30 for me this month. And hey, it's not 10. Saves me a few bucks.
Mhm.
and it helps get you guys exposed to the amazing wrestling that is Stardom. Andre, my friend, do you have anything else to say to the beautiful people?
I just want to say thank you all very much, and please tune in this week where we'll be dropping our G1 coverage. So please check that out. Our G1 preview show with SNME Radio. Please check that out if you can. And thank you so very much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen.
And that being said, I am your Melball. Over there is Andre. We will see you next time. Mwah!